Just right out here in the kitchen, you may have noticed something sitting up here on the table. We're going to have a look at this now.
Something's cooking.
You're not getting your brownies yet, people.
Well, it's a bit hot in the oven still.
Where's Paddy been standing?
We're trying to get it so people can see what's on the table here.
Yeah, just kind of come out as best you can here.
Sorry, I totally forgot to bring you any.
Everyone where you can see, everyone mostly in, most everyone, yep. Okay, from one Edinburgh dancer to another artist. Bad transition. So Emma's here and she's going to tell us something about an Edinburgh artist and her artwork.
Absolutely, yeah. Tonight's featured artist is Andrea Geiler, and we've got these 4 small bronzes which reflect her interest in both art and gardening. And we're very lucky because she usually makes work which is huge, and it's made from corten steel and it sits in the landscape, and it's usually made with planting alongside it so that it literally grows together as the steel rusts and becomes that beautiful surface colour, and the plants intertwine. But she started doing these small bronzes which give her a different sort of control over the material and allow her to bring work indoors as well. So this one shows her workbench and garden hut. And this one is a squash which was grown in her hometown of Bremen. And here we have what she calls strange fruit, which is cauliflower pieces which have been made onto a clay ball, and the cauliflower pieces. And this is the greenhouse that she would like to own. And this one here is a soil sample from a project site that she was making a large-scale land works on, and you can see it's where she's grabbed the soil, squeezed it, and got the idea of the composition from that. And of course, perched on the end there is a little folly. And
how do you make soil and cauliflower and squash into bronze like that?
These are all made using the lost wax process, which is ancient. It goes back to probably the 1st century AD. And what you do, okay,
right, me
what
right
you
now.
do, right, you take your object, you make an object in wax, or you have an object that you cast in wax, but basically you start off with wax. Then you cover it in materials that will make a mould, and put it into a hot place, a kiln, and that will harden the mould, and you've got a hole in the mould, and the wax actually doesn't, I was going to say it melts through, but it doesn't. It burns off and it disappears, and it's lost wax. And then you turn the mould upside down and you fill the cavity with molten bronze, and so the space within the mould that this was taking up is now taken up with bronze.
Nice.
Fairly straightforward.
All right.
That's the simple answer. Yeah.
That's cool.
So, one quick question. You mentioned that the artist normally works on a much larger scale. Yeah. So is there any one of those in particular that you're a fan of, or that you think is quite distinctive?
She has some work on show at the moment in the garden of the Scottish Gallery on Dundas Street. And you might see she has some pieces around town as well. There's a series of works in a basement also on Dundas Street, and there is a large installation in a garden on Pilrig Street, just opposite Pilrig Park, and also on London Street.
Someone's seen it. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Excellent. So that's the same artist, yes. And so she's showing at the Scottish Gallery at the moment. She is showing in Circus Place from the 16th in Stockbridge, and then she's off to Western Australia for a 3-month residency.
Cool. Can we do a toast to lost wax? Everyone still have their drinks? We might have to get some more drinks. Let's do, those of you who have drinks, raise them up. Those of you who don't, To Lost West. Now I think we have a drink problem, so let's go back to where the drinks are and get people reloaded on.
Yeah, I'm like MTV.